Hello, everybody. I think we are good to go. Hi, we're live. Hopefully the video is not as choppy. I saw your comments, chat. Welcome to, what is today? Wednesday. A Wednesday evening here on Kobold Press's Twitch channel. We're excited for the premiere of Marauders of the Middle Sea. I'll tell you a little bit more about how this little crazy campaign came about, but I want to thank you for being here and check in with all of you and make sure that things have cleared up on the choppy end before I say more words. So give me a thumbs up, chat. Okay, great. Video was fine. Audio of the video was blah. Well, hey, that's good to know. Okay, great. Well, the other bits I can deal with later. Great. So, here we are, doing a thing. Welcome these new faces to Kobold Press's channel. Not new to me, but maybe new to you. So let's do that thing we do where we go around and do a proper introduction. Tell us who you are. Save your character, because we're gonna do character introductions. But if you want to give us like the down and dirty, you can give us the quick version. But tell us who you are. And you know what? Because I'm a chaos monster, we're gonna go counterclockwise, and that means we start with Cat.
Oh,
yeah.
I was caught off guard. Hold on, wait. Deer in headlights. Wait. What was the question again?
Who you are? Who are you? What are you doing here? Yeah.
What am I doing here? My name is Kat, and I am a creative variety caster on Twitch. And I love D&D and chaos.
Sounds like you're in the right place.
Yeah.
Awesome. I guess moving down the screen makes it Katie.
Hello, I'm Katie Peters Plays. I do a lot of tabletop and have for a few years on Twitch, which has been really exciting. And I play a lot of sci-fi and horror on my channel. And I'm really excited this crew's back together. I've been so excited about this for so long. So I'm excited to get back on the ocean.
Ooh, me too. I knew I had to save this one for the summer because it just felt like we needed like salty seas right in the middle of this crazy hot summer. So glad to welcome you to Kobold Press for the first time. So exciting. Tess.
Hi, I'm Tess or Tessica. I have been streaming variety for a very long time. I've been doing tabletop a lot more recently. And I love it so much. It's way too much fun. It's like a totally different creative outlet, and I'm just like surrounded by amazing people, and I'm very lucky. So thank you for letting me be a part of it.
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh, I also host the Bordercast on Borderlands channel, and I do lots of Borderlands things. That's it.
Nice. And last but certainly not least, Tashnar.
Hi, I'm Tashnar. Again, I do variety content. We all kind of.
I did that on purpose, FYI. I was like, a bunch of unacclaimed TTRPGers who are just variety streamers? Yes, please.
I'll do a lot of survival story-driven games like Subnautica, The Forest, love those. I've also been doing mini painting recently, and I take part in a lot of tabletop role-playing games. So I would like more than 2 a week.
Ooh.
That I'm currently in now.
I was like, be careful what you ask for.
Yes. What can you ask for? So enjoy it a lot, and it's fun. It's really interesting to look at what the characters do differently to me.
Yeah. Well, thank you all so much for bringing your talents and your time to Kobold, but also just sharing in a little salty sea story with us. Now, for those of you that may be new to Kobold Press, first off, it's cool that you're here. Second off, I've been jonesing for a while to run a pirate adventure. Or like a on the seas adventure. And this all got started kind of by accident, thanks to the Game Hers Network, who ran a fantastic charity event and brought this table actually together. And we had so much fun over the 4 hours that I was jonesing to play more with all of these people. And I was like, They all brought great, ridiculous concepts, and if I force them into being pirates, then they have to play my pirate game with me. Oh, yeah. So that's kind of how we got here. If you want to catch that VOD, we are day 3 of the Crit for Cure, and you can check that over on the Game Hers Twitch channel. I believe it is in their highlights, so you can go check that out. But anything that you need to know in terms of our prologue will be given to you today, so no need to fret. You're not behind. There was no homework. just to showing up and having some fun. This game is going to take place in the world of Midgard. If you're unfamiliar with Midgard, don't worry. Again, I'm going to give you everything you need, but I got something really cool for you. In chat, I'm going to drop you a link. There is an interactive free map of Midgard available to you on the internet. You can search, you can check it out, and if you want to see where the Middle Sea is located in the map of Midgard. You'll see it literally right there in the Middle Sea. It touches the top of the Southlands, and there's some interesting things happening in the Middle Sea, some serious conflict. So go check that out. It's literally, in my opinion, that Midgard map is the best map on the internet right now, like period. When it comes to world map, you can search for things, you can categorize it by city or landmark. It's super, chat says it's super fancy. It is super fancy. So you'll get a little idea of where we're at on the map of Midgard and what could be happening with this crew. Now, this is not the first time they've been together. In fact, from our one shot, we are kind of moving forward in time a little bit. They came together for a single job. They were headed to investigate some missing people. And as you do when you're on the sea, if you don't have a boat, you're gonna have to hire one. So they hired the ship. The Captain Sarah, found herself and her crew amongst this travel in a bit of a problem. There was an item on board, a large statue, which seemed to be affecting the crew in very negative ways. Her ship was called the Silver Slipper. And this daft group, which we're going to meet here in a second, were able to solve those problems, and stop a bunch of cultists from getting on board to steal this statue. For their kindness and daft efforts, Captain Sarah delivered them upon the shores of this small kind of cove, this oasis, where they got what they came for. They found the information they needed, and they got to abscond with their own vessel, the Blood Wave, as it is so aptly named, and belonged to a bunch of cultists and undead long before. So I imagine after many months sailing the Middle Sea, maybe making port in the most northern part of the Southlands, which is very heavy in trade, very rich in culture. Some changes have been made to the Blood Wave, but nonetheless, it is still their home. So as we go around and we get to meet your characters for the first time, and you tell us who they are, what they look like, I also want to know, what is their space on this vessel? After many months together, I imagine you have kind of found your spot, your nook, and have made it your own. So I want to know what on this ship is deeply connected or deeply rooted in your character. And this time you don't go the opposite way. So Tashnar, you are up first.
Oh no.
Oh yes. As we see, I imagine the camera like pans past the words "Blood Wave" on this big black pirate ship that kind of floats in this deep blue water, and we see you on this vessel. What does Gold look like?
Our lovely Gold is a tabaxi. So she's very high up in the crow's nest, as far away from the water as possible, because that's where she hangs out. Very stripy gold fur and like trinkets and odds and ends and belts with bits and bobbins, and nothing particularly useful, but it's there. She is a kind of mercenary. Like she has to have a really good reason to do any of the projects you ask her to do. And she's been around with Pasha for quite a while. We joined the group together.
That's right.
Owes a bit to Pasha. And it's not really come up very often. And there's also, in the little crow's nest, a little homunculus made of buttons.
Aw, are they like stacked? Like they're like stacked?
Just moves around.
Just moving about like buttons?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's right. You collect buttons. I remember this now. Y'all, it's been a few weeks, okay?
It's been a minute.
It's been a hot minute. It was still 2020, so you know where we were at. All right, cool. And this crow's nest, I'm guessing, is like your favorite place.
Yes, it's not a very good crow's nest now because it's just got things in it. It's got a net so I can like lay in it. It's got the box that used to have pies. It's got buttons and feathers and beads, and it's nice and cozy. But crow's nest, not so
Not
much.
so much anymore.
Like
Maybe
little
just a
peepholes
yeah.
around. Like,
Fantastic. And you said you're very close with Pasha, which seems perfect because you're actually next up. The camera kind of pans down that thick mast from this messy and kind of jam-packed crow's nest where maybe we see a tail or some ears flickering in the sun. To meet Pasha. What does Pasha look like, and where are you at on board this blood wave?
I think Pasha would actually be probably at the bottom of the crow's nest, like at like just like leaning on the pole, just kind of
Perfect.
sitting, and she'd have like a couple of books around her and maybe a book in her lap, and just be kind of like all happily just ensconced. She's a very easygoing turtle who just happens to be a death cleric. And she's just very agreeable, and life is sort of her life things. So many things have come up that she never would have expected, but she just went with it because it seemed interesting, and she just kind of does that. She something seems interesting, something is an opportunity is offered, and she just agrees to it.
Love it.
And so so she's just kind of chilling with her books and just enjoying the breeze, and she knows that Gold's up there hanging out, and just in case she needs a trinket, she has like a little bag of trinkets just handy.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's just chilling.
I imagine that's a way to lure a gold down. Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like Scooby Snacks. Awesome. And we see you like leaning at the bottom of that mast as the camera again pans down. I imagine probably now cleaner ship. You upkept it from its undead state, and it follows across well-oiled boards to find Palu, which I imagine we cannot miss.
No, Palu is 7'9", a very big lady. She weighs 280 pounds. She is decked out in gear that is way too inappropriate for the weather in the Middle Sea. It's like northern furs,
Yep.
leather, all this stuff makes her look bigger than she actually is, which she's already very big. She has a grayish pale skin, dark brown braided hair, and she's got red markings on her face, which very much you're like, is it makeup or is it tattoos? But it never comes off. So if you saw her, you're like, it's definitely tattoos. But Palu has set up a tent on the deck near the mast of the ship with some spare furs that she had on her. And it's a very makeshift. It doesn't probably protect very well from the weather, but she lives in the elements. She's from the northern mountains, and she likes being outside and able to sense any danger that might be coming. And it's very simple. There's just a bunch of squishy more furs. No one knows where all the furs come from, but she has a lot of them.
What are you killing at sea for all these furs?
She just brought them with her from the mountains. So to make a bed, and she started making a fire pit, but someone must have told her to stop. So there's the remnants of a fire pit on the deck, and a bunch of weapons. Her great axe, her great club, her javelin, she has a spare bag of knives that she likes to give to children so that they can grow up to be strong like her. So that's just kind of spilling over next to her. But that is her special spot on the ship.
Nice. And maybe we see the furs there. And I imagine as the camera pans, we see that nice charred mark on the deck where at one time there might have been an unexcusable fire burning, but it passes over this leftover charred mark to the last of our crew, Tide, our water genasi.
So she's in the captain's quarters. She's sleeping.
Yeah.
She's sleeping. It's a good time to, self-care.
Do you
napping away.
I was about to say, what do you actually look like there napping? And I love that everybody else is like, nah, we're on deck and you're in the captain's quarters.
She's in the captain's quarters napping. So Tide has a very pale blue skin with dark blue markings all over her face, and she's got really long tousled hair, and it's pretty much just like, it looks like bedhead mess as she's like hugging her quarterstaff, drooling.
Nice. Yeah, and maybe a slight breathy comes out
Oh, yeah.
from you as you sleep, and whatever you're on, maybe a hammock or something, is like rocking with the sounds of the boat, the sounds of this sea, this salty sea bashing up against the edge. Speaking of salty seas, chat, you can make their story that much saltier by donating. Together, you can fill that bar down there at the bottom. That's the salty bar. Here, I'll drop a link here in chat for you. We do it together, and when you all combine your efforts, every time you hit $50, I will sprinkle a little salt in the story. Maybe it's a new bad guy, or maybe it's just a little drama that's needed, a fresh NPC, or a storm or a kraken, or who knows. There's all kinds of things it could become, but you can make that happen. So make their life saltier. And the salty sea, it does it. It washes and it splashes up and down this vessel. Now, you've been traveling together for a few months. How are you all making ends meet? Pirating is not really is kind of frowned upon in any way, right? Proper pirates usually abscond with the things that they need. Are a lot of you doing this by the book, or are you living that proper pirate life and taking what you want?
What does our
Paulu's fine
captain say?
taking.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to know, because pirating is like a business. The goal is to steal, unless you're stealing like just gold. What business is the crew in?
Business of taking a long vacation.
A business of running from time. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I imagine here in the Middle Sea there are only a few ports that you're going to be able to like properly come into without drawing attention to yourselves. There are some ports there along the top of the Southlands. Like I said, there's a delta that actually feeds in and down to one of the largest cities in Midgard, Per Bastet, which is the city of cats. I would think our little Tabaxi would know at least a little something about that. But just to the north of that, on the opposite side of the Middle Sea, there's a series of islands. Those islands are ripe with trade back into from the Southlands, but also off the radar ports, places where you can, do your bidding and refuel and put your feet on dry land without possibly drawing too much attention. So yeah, now coming from this island are going to be very rare and important things, because the big island there in the middle is the island of the Minotaurs. This is also an area here in Midgard that's heavily populated by the elves. So you're going to see rare fabrics, lots of beautiful fruits and foods that would be shipped into the Southlands, where it's basically desert. Are you stealing gold, or are you stealing goods?
Probably goods.
Define stealing.
Liberating.
I would say
mean,
you
we
define
sta-
stealing.
I mean, I would define stealing as taking something that does not belong to us, with the intention of not giving it back. However, Tide would probably borrow for the good of her druidic,
Mm-hmm.
covenant, just because need some stuff like silk pajamas.
Which you have acquired through an honest day's work. I now picture this water genasi sitting in silk pajamas, like in his hammock on the pirate ship.
I'll give them back eventually, once my my mission is complete.
Yeah. All right. So we'll say after your last little endeavor, you have been trailing the seas, and you are absconding with goods, not gold, which is much harder to come by. Goods are easy, and they're harder to track once you resell or use them yourself, right? Give them new purpose. We'll say that the cargo, the second kind of level, the lower deck of the Bloodwave, is currently filled to the max. I need 2 things. It's going to be filled with kind of some food, right? Some rare fruits and coconut type things that you can like pluck a straw in and drink from. But these other crates are gonna be filled with something a little different. I heard that you have a barbarian on board that is a bit obsessed with fur. And fur is very hard to come by in the Southlands. And for whatever or however, you have absconded with a few boxes of some pretty prime fur that has come from the north. Probably brought in by the dwarves, actually. Possibly through Zobek, which is the big free city. It's basically our, New York of Midgard. It's where all the kobolds live. How you got it doesn't really matter, but now you have it. And unless you plan on surviving on fur and fruit alone, you're gonna need to make a sale, like trade. And you have been given instruction. You are meeting a gentleman, an elf, another salty sea pirate who is interested in exchanging for these furs. Who is sailing this ship?
I probably would be.
Okay.
That requires work.
Okay, great.
That requires effort.
She said she wanted to, so I just said okay.
All right. I am going to have. Does anybody have proficiency with water vehicles?
I do actually.
Yeah.
I trained in the ocean, so I can actually.
Oh, that's right.
Sail the ship.
Okay, great. Okay, then I am not going to have you make a roll. This is a bit of a bigger vessel, one that usually cannot be manned by a single person or a single folk, but you are like it's the size of 3 folk. So you are expertly like pulling and tugging as you see it on the horizon line, this small island coming into view. It sits off the coast of kind of the mainland where all the Minotaur are, and you know that there is a port here. It's not a kind port. This is the Tortuga basically of Midgard. Only the salty of the salty trade here, but nobody's gonna stop you or attack you for being exactly who you are. I'm gonna give the 4 of you a moment before you reach dry land to discuss how best to handle the trade of these rare and fine furs.
The port's up ahead.
Oh, good. Need to sell some things.
Could not be on the water.
Well, we just need to pull into the port. I've heard some interesting things about this port, but we have a lot of fur to sell. We need money.
We
Why?
do. So we can
Because
buy-
isn't that what we do as we get money now?
What are we going to use money for?
food? Delicious food.
Why not just get food? Just takes out a step.
Well, I guess.
Are
that
you
could
gardening?
work.
Why would I be gardening?
I guess we need some green things, vegetables, stuff like that.
Okay, we can get supplies to make a boat garden.
What?
Okay.
No. Wait, how would that even work?
You put wood and then dirt and then you put seed and then it grows.
And there's lots of water.
No, that's salt
Use the salt.
water.
Yes.
No. Salt water would
We
kill
do.
it.
But we can buy more fresh water. This is a great idea.
If
I'll
you'd
help.
let me make the fire, I can boil the salt
No
water.
fire on the ship.
She's
Maybe
kinda
we
right
could
about
look
that
into
one.
a cooking pot of a sort.
Okay, yes. We'd look into that. There's no more fire on the ship, please.
Do we have a contact? Someone who we're trading with?
You do. You are meeting this kind of sketchy, gentlemanly fellow. You've been told. He calls himself Mostly There Malone.
I can't remember his name.
Malone, I think. Mostly there. Malone?
Mostly correct. I assume.
Something like that.
Do you think mostly there means that he has seen much battle and has not had all his body parts come with him?
Maybe
Most
he's
certainly not.
Maybe.
mostly corporeal.
I'm
Could just
excited
be
to
that
meet
his head
Malone.
is not entirely on straight. That happens a lot to people.
Or he could just be mostly intact.
From
To
battle?
find out.
Possible?
Not everything happens in battle. You know, somebody could lose a leg by getting run over by a cart or something.
How
Or-
depressing.
Yeah, wait.
Is it lost if they know where it is?
What?
They've not lost it. It's there. It's just not on them anymore.
No, like the leg is off of the body.
But did they lose it?
So
Like,
they
did
so
it-
they would it would well yes, they lose it because they don't get to use it.
Oh.
You know? Yeah.
That does kind of make sense.
I don't think it makes sense.
All right, I'm going back to sleep if we're not going to be there in 15 20 minutes.
Oh, are we all going together to meet mostly there, Malone?
Yeah, we need to find out what he's not there.
Yeah.
I agree.
I would like to know that.
All right, I'm coming with you just to make sure that we don't bring I don't know, fireworks or something on the ship.
Ooh, fireworks are beautiful, though.
They're also extremely dangerous on a ship.
Okay.
They're not exploding on the ship.
But they could because, somebody likes to start fires on the ship,
It was one
I-
time.
but it was still a very big fire.
Yes, because I was cold.
It
That's
was
what your
very
forests are
pretty,
for.
but that's also true.
I am just saying, up north, we burn fires on the ship all the time. It just seems like things are more flammable down south. The ice doesn't help. The ice helps up. Listen, I won't do it again. I said I wouldn't do it again. It was
we'll get
one
you some
time.
kind of
All right.
cooking thing.
Yes.
It'll be good.
All right.
Just that one time. And as you say that, you actually see now, you can hear the sounds of this small port town set inside of this kind of cove. It's called Galia's Cove, Gallia. Galia's Cove. And Galia's Cove, like I said, it's kind of a Tortuga type thing. You can see it's built almost like a shanty town on this very narrow beach, kind of tucked away around a corner. You can see other ships have pulled in and are here. No, I don't. Y'all are fresh. You wouldn't recognize any of the vessels. Actually, you know what? Just for funsies, you do see a vessel you know. One that is, I haven't seen in a few months, but the Silver Slipper, the kind of smaller, narrow vessel, sits docked in port. Nobody's on the deck. You can imagine that they are anchored and in town. But as you pull up, there's a port master. He's kind of standing on the dock and he's waving you. He's waving you in.
I would start pulling in to port.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is the Silver Slipper that I almost said Dr. Sarah. Captain Sarah.
Captain Sarah. Yeah, this was the one that you caught fair on our first game a few months back.
Okay.
Oh, look.
Oh,
that-
she's there.
Yeah. It's
We sh-
Captain Sarah's ship.
We should say hi.
We should. Let's do
Do
it.
that. They might know someone here besides your mostly here nor there Monty,
they
whatever
wanna buy
his name
some
was.
furs.
Monty.
Are they like within calling distance? Like, can I?
Yeah, the man,
yell?
he's kind of bringing you in. You know, you toss the rope down to him. He begins like tying you off to one of these large pieces on the dock so that the ship's not going to go anywhere. The gangway will drop down, or he'll kind of help you put it in place if you like. He seems like a pretty average fellow. Definitely an elf, just based on his kind of slim build. He's got a hat on and kind of fisherman style clothes and boots, and he's kind of tying you off, and he simply looks up at all of you, and he says, "Are you here for trouble or business?"
I hop out of the shop or the ship, and I pat him on his head with his hat on, and I go, "None of your business. Have a good one."
Business. Bring the crane! He kind of says out loud, and you see a bunch of kobolds, like little pirate kobolds. They're like missing teeth, or they've had like little gold teeth put in. They roll this crane down the dock, which will begin to kind of move the crates and things that you're going to be selling out of the vessel. And he says, "Well, welcome to Gallia's Cove. Don't make yourself at home."
Okay. Thank you.
Noted.
You know, he takes note, begins counting inventory. That's kind of his job, and he makes note of your of the blood wave. He takes a moment. You all watch him like look at your ship. Maybe make a mental note or try to think through something, and then he kind of writes the blood wave down, and he yells something indiscreet at the kobolds in Kobold as they're like and they begin cranking even faster, kind of a thing. Yeah, but the silver slipper seems empty. It sits almost like on the other side of this rather wide dock. You kind of parked next to each other, I guess.
Can I do a perception check or something to see if I notice this elf taking a mental note of some
You
kind?
can roll an insight if you would like.
Okay.
And see if you
I
can
would
figure
like
out like
to.
what he's thinking.
Okay. I'm slinging my many weapons over my back.
Yeah.
And I got a 7.
A 7
Yeah.
for the insight.
Am I allowed to also roll?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I would say he's not. He's probably not very good at hiding it.
Okay.
Not very good at hiding it. If anybody else wants to try to roll the insight, first roll is a 7.
I'm not gonna do well.
Okay, an
I will
8,
Try.
a 14. I'm gonna say that probably Pasha and Tide. You notice he does take an extra moment. Not because he can't spell blood tide, or blood wave, but because he's he's taking the ship in as if he's seen it before. But the last time it was owned by somebody different.
I take my quarterstaff and I like rest it on my shoulder, and I look at him and I go, "Are you done staring?"
I didn't mean no disrespect. He says, "I'm just."
Is there a problem?
No. Would you like to get the truth out of him?
Yes.
You can make an intimidation check or a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Okay. Without being too threatening, because he's seen some things. He works the docks at a pirate cove, for Pete's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's seen some stuff. He says, "I didn't mean no disrespect. I just thought it looked kind of familiar. Different hands last time I seen this boat come through."
Well, it's under new ownership, as you can
Does
see.
now.
Interesting. He again kind of, he's trying not to say what he wants to say, but he's like, well, it seems to be better ownership.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. About the last owner.
What about them?
Did they sell it to you outright?
Did they seem like businessmen to you?
He seemed in the business of doing some kind of business.
Well.
Business, if you ask me. Plus, who
That
wears-
business would be our business, if you catch my drift.
He might not. Let's see if he misinfers that. He does misinfer that information. Really? He kind of says. And you see him kind of look around as if making sure there are no additional ears. he pulls his sleeve back, this kind of run-down sleeve, and you can see there's a tattoo or an emblem that is permanently part of his skin. You have all seen this before. You saw it on the black robes of the cultist who attempted to take the vessel over all those many months ago. And he leans in and he says, "I'm glad to meet another one of us." And he says, "Don't worry about payment. This one's on me."
I will look at the symbol and I'll wink at him and I'll nod. And then I'll grab Pasha by her shell and I'll be like, "Let's go!"
I just follow right along.
Yeah. He kind of smiles behind all of you. This kind of lacking a few teeth, but he smiles as if he's less suspicious that you took it over unwillingly. You may have actually tricked him a little bit into believing that you're part of whatever is going on. But as you take to off the dock and onto the sandy beaches proper, there's no pavement, there's no proper roads. This is put together by a bunch of drunk pirates. So like there's a fake cobblestone, right, where they've gathered what they could, but most of this is just leftover planks, broken down boards, recycled pieces from lost vessels along the coastline. And there are some what I would consider open front stores, right? Like not anything indoors. Most everything has an open front, but you can hear the tavern, probably where you would, and smell food and beer. You're gonna see like a trade port, some small tinkering shops, a blacksmith maybe off in the distance. You can see the puff of smoke from their shop. Pretty standard things, but you're greeted by all kinds. All kinds.
I will make sure I have Pasha with me and I'll try to call for Palu.
I would be probably behind you, but you would hear me yelling,
Captain Sarah? Captain Sarah! What? I wanted to say hello to Captain Sarah.
Okay.
We'll find her. Don't worry.
There is a moment where you hear a response. Actually, it takes a minute, but a bunch of barrels like tip over to the side. And they are kind of on the back side of it, sitting in a trash heap of bottles and discarded stuff. It is Captain Sarah, but she is not as you remember her. She has a bottle of probably rum or some kind of moonshine in her hand. Brandy, actually, more than likely, this side of the Southlands. She's chugging on this like red brandy. And she says, "Stop calling my name."
Captain Sarah.
and I'd go give her a big hug and squeeze her.
She smells of a bender and, you know, booze and despair.
You look like you've been having a great time.
You look like shit.
It's the best time of my life. No crew. Just me and the salty sea.
No crew.
What
Is
happened
that why
to
your
the
ship's
crew?
so empty?
She smashes the bottle against, maybe she tries. It doesn't smash. She is smashed. And she kind of tosses it to the ground and gives up on it. And she says, all I was trying to do was the right thing. Just
What would be the right thing?
got rid of that
Grab
statue.
the bottle and try to rescue it. And if there's anything remaining in it, I hand it to Gold.
Nice.
Like,
Yeah, it's a red brandy. If you happen to be a connoisseur of alcohols, you could make a roll. I would take a history check or a nature check to see what it's brewed with, maybe.
I am proficient in nature, and I feel like my family would drink a lot in the mountains.
Yeah, you might. Okay, I'll take anybody that wants to roll because it's a very distinctive color. It's this rich scarlet. Not, okay.
I'm gonna do nature because she's 100% already started laughing
Okay.
at some of it. 17.
Okay.
What's it taste of?
Yeah, it worked. Yeah, it's definitely a brandy. You sip it. It's very, very strong and kind of bitter. this more than likely is not coming from anywhere in the south. Something of this is going to be specially brewed. You may even see like something burned into the glass, right, signifying it as like a very specific type. It has a two markings on it, an R and a T, and that's what gives it away. You've only ever heard of this. You're not surprised that it has made it this far to the Middle Sea, but it's a special kind of brandy called Scarlet Brandy, and it comes out of a town called Red Tower, which is well known for shenanigans, mostly some dark magics and some odd things going around a forgotten place called the Scarlet Citadel, where a lot of adventurers seek new wares and such. But this has come a very long way, this brandy, which maybe she's been there and back, or maybe she stole it. You don't exactly know. You don't.
Why would you put that in your mouth?
She seems to be enjoying it.
No, but that's just
And
we're here on
very
business.
nice.
We're just
Well, this
you know, remember?
Business.
We just come here, go on land, trade, get the money,
Well, we did
and
we're on
whatever the
land.
heck you want, and then build farm on boat, and sail away.
All right, yeah, let's go
Yeah.
do that.
Well,
I think that's a really good idea. Yeah, you know what? You're onto something.
do you have a lid?
Is
She reaches down and grabs a little crab, like you can see it like scuttering across, and she like plunks this this tiny little shell with a crab like into the hole to stop it up. She goes, fixed. Whatever you do, if you're trading, don't dump it into the sea. They don't like that very much.
what happened to you after you dropped off that statue?
I've liberated myself from the bands of constrictive commerce.
You mean you liberated yourself from all common sense and reason?
She kind of points, and it gets almost a little, a little too close because she doesn't have boundaries right now with all the alcohol. And she's like, all of you left that statue on my ship, and I threw it overboard.
You threw it overboard?
That wasn't our delivery in the first place. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right! That was
our business.
my delivery, and I didn't
Yes.
make it.
It means your business. Yes.
And you can see, like, in that moment, she kind of begins to settle into it, and she gets this really pensive look on her face, and she says, I was just trying to do the right thing. I was a quality shipper, not a pirate. Now look at me. And she kind of gestures around. No crew.
Drunk like a pirate? Do you want to come be a pirate with us? It's fun.
What? What? No.
She has
We have plenty
brandy.
of room on the boat.
How?
Dude, we're gonna have a farm.
She squints in the like sun. You kept that evil boat.
It's a great boat.
No. Shh. What?
A lovely crow's nest that Gold hangs out in, and I have my books at the bottom, and Palu drives it, and our other friend
Well.
speaks a lot. It's great.
It sounds like it all worked out for all of you.
Yep.
Just
What
Totally
makes
join
it-
us.
It's not going to work out if we keep mentioning that it's a cursed evil ship. I swear. Oh my god. Shh. Quiet.
You worry a lot, Tide.
You know,
You'll be
it's because
okay.
I hate working, and I hate working with you all, and I just want a nice vacation on the ocean, and it's getting to be a little bit harder every single day.
Then why did you become a pirate?
I didn't become a pirate. You know,
Well, on vacation, don't you like to eat delicious food? Let's go
I-
get some.
food.
splendid idea, but we should not talk about the ship.
Hey, is that Scarlet Brandy? She like,
It's mine.
oh,
No.
Yes, let's talk about the brandy instead. Probably go get the food.
she says,
I'll trade you another crab for it.
okay. She searches around, all out of crabs, but I know where we can get some. And she kind of points down to the tavern, which is very clearly, and it's the busiest kind of spot on this strip, I guess you could say. And she says, come on, they've got a crab stew that'll, well, it's really good. And she kind of like picks herself up, and you can see she's stumbling. She's got that like KO sway where she's not quite, and she'll lead you down there if you'll follow her, but she's going for crab stew.
That's not the food we were talking about eating. And she's gone and not even listening to me. All right. We need to find your mostly his face.
Mostly they're
Maloney, yeah.
Malone.
Hey, I know
Most-
that guy.
You
do?
do?
You?
Where is he?
Yeah, he's mostly there.
What happened to
But, like,
mostly there?
All
Malone?
right, I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to start looking for this mostly Monty.
His office. And she kind
You-
of points.
Shh. Go sober up.
Have some crab soup.
Yes, crab soup. And she kind of begins stumbling back towards the bar. She did point in a direction. It seemed to be behind, like, this strip of shops. She pointed as if his office or his whatever. Mostly they're Malone. Yeah.
I say we go where she pointed.
I agree. Let's do it.
Yes, let's follow the completely intoxicated.
Okay.
I mean,
Going that way.
If she's
Captain.
wrong, we know where she's going. We can always meet her, have some crab soup, and then figure out what she meant when she's less drunk. Maybe? But let's try it first.
I'll start glumphing my way towards where she pointed.
Yeah, if you kind of follow down, you'll see there's a small alleyway or like space between these makeshift shanty buildings that lead you kind of to a back alleyway, but the wall is not metal or stone or wood. It's actually the actual cove itself. It's like the physical part of the island, as if this whole thing's kind of been tucked in here. And you've reached as far as it'll go unless you're going to climb the cliff. And when you come around, and if all of you take a look, the only thing back here are more drunk pirates, lots of passed out folk, and a series of outhouses.
Great. This looks exactly where we can do some trading.
Does
Exactly.
anyone need to use the bathroom?
No, but we need to use some trade. We need trade. We need your mostly
Okay, I have a plan.
Monterey.
Okay, what's the plan?
Does anyone know mostly there Maloney?
I'm walking this way. I'm going to walk this way. I'm going to walk this way. All right? I will meet you.
I believe he is
I'm walking this
mostly
way.
there.
Nope, I'm going. Nope. Nope.
Does anyone know him?
There is the door to one of these outhouses like slams open as if somebody just like Van Damme kicked it open. You see the like moon and it clatters against the one next to it. And you hear a voice that simply says, "I know a mostly there, Malone. Mostly. Step into my office."
Okay.
Where is your office?
Right here, and kind of a head pops around the corner, and you see out of this large outhouse is a gangly man. He's human, but he must be like 80 years old. His skin hangs, it's sun crusted and leathery. He's got barnacles that stick to parts of him because he spent so much time at sea, and his head is wrapped in a bandana. He's pretty much bald. And he gestures with one crazy eye and a finger for you to come closer.
Are you mostly there Malone?
Most of the time.
Oh, great. Okay, we want to trade.
Oh, I love trading. What are we trading? Who are we trading?
Furs.
Furs? And he gets all kind of excited. And he says, come, step into my office.
Okay.
I'm eyeing him a little. Can I do a quick scan of the area before we just start moving towards behind this outhouse?
Yeah, you totally can. Go ahead and you can make a perception check, or you can roll investigation if you're looking at something specific.
Okay. I'm going to do perception and pray it's not under 10 anymore. An 8. So that was a mistake.
From
Gold's,
what you
like,
can
staring at this
tell,
outhouse.
these are outhouses. They smell like outhouses. Even if he was up to no good, you could crush this man with a single hand. He's built like a pile of toothpicks. He does seem a little crazy.
Okay.
He does seem a little on edge, but you do know you were given the name mostly there Malone to trade these goods with?
I would look at Gold and Pasha,
I'll go first.
and I'll just kind of step forward and like maybe squeeze my great club a little bit because this man doesn't seem quite right, and even I'm picking up on that. So I'm gonna head to his office, aka the outhouse.
Sounds like a good plan.
As you get down there, you see the door is open. It's not been converted necessarily. He does have some things posted on the wall. You can see that on the door he's carved, mostly there, and then it trails off as if he didn't quite finish. As you get closer, anybody have medicine here? Can anybody make a medicine check?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, he turns around to gesture you in, and you see just under this bandana, this piece of fabric he wears over his skull, there is a large dent in the back of his skull, like to match, say, I don't know, the size of this club that your barbarian friend carries, as if maybe he's been bashed in the back of the head in the past and has taken major head injury. But he keeps it mostly covered with this bandana.
Is this your official office?
As official as it can be.
So just to check, you are mostly there, Malone.
Yes. Well, most of the time. I think so. He checks his pants. He pulls his pants out. You can see his name. Yes, I'm mostly there, Malone.
How'd you get that name?
I don't know. It was given to me. It's written in my pants, so I assume it's right.
Fair. That makes sense.
He says, come. And he gestures for you to enter this outhouse with him. Can't be doing business on the street.
Can I fit in there?
You can if you pull your knees in and like basically you would all fit, but it's gonna be hella tight.
Okay, I'm gonna stand aside and let Golden Pasha go in first.
I'm kind of wide, so I just like waddle my way in there through the door.
Me and the Brandy are gonna wait here.
You wait on the outside. Maybe you lean to kind of keep an eye out. Ty, no matter how much you are trying to avoid this situation, you realize that they're going into the outhouse. Maybe you've rounded the corner, or you can hear his voice raised up and above everybody. But as you enter, he slams the door closed. Now, there's a giant moon carved in the front of it, so Gold, you can hear and see pretty much everything. But it is basically Pasha, Paulu, and mostly their Malone are tight in this little space. And he says, I heard you've got fur.
That is true. We did tell you that.
Is it true?
Would you like our fur?
I would love some fur.
What can you give us for it?
Give you? Oh, right, trade. Well, let's see. What are you in the market for?
Well, we want to start a farm on our boat. So
Right.
whatever we need for that.
Okay.
Oh, and pies, because we ran out a while ago.
Pie!
Yes.
I know where to get some pie.
Pie would be great. It was good pie.
Pie. Best pie stand in the Middle Sea. I can tell you where it is.
Well,
but
can you get us the pie? Because that
Well, that wasn't
Well,
part of
give
the
us-
deal now, was it? Or did I forget that part?
that would be part of the deal. Or you could give us something that we could trade for the pie if there's something you know they would want.
Gold, what are you doing near there? Gold, why are you near that outhouse?
I'm looking in the office.
Gold,
We're
what
getting
office?
pie.
What is office? What?
There's
Why
no,
are
I
you
don't think there's pie in the
covering-
office.
this is mostly there, Malone.
And I lean.
Oh,
I
are you
lean as
inside
much-
there?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's snug and smelly.
Yes, we're both
Where's
in here. It's a little tight, but
Palu and Pasha are inside.
It doesn't smell that bad.
I don't think the pie is in here, but we might get pie.
Also
Any
a
farming
garden.
stuff.
Ooh, can I get a fire pit that is off of the ground?
But a fire pit off the ground. Pie.
Like a stove that we could have on the boat, that would be great.
He kind of he grabs for a beard that's kind of not there, and he well, I can get you. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, as in what?
I can
Yes,
get
as in
you
you can
what
get this-
you want for fur.
Okay, great.
What is it that we want?
Yeah, what is it again? He kind of says as if he's already forgotten.
So we want farming implements, and we want a cooking
All right.
thing that's kind of like a fire pit, but won't burn the boat down because that'd be bad. Because Tide said that'd be bad.
Okay.
And pie. We want pie. Yeah,
Wait, why do we need pie?
because it's delicious.
Because pie's great. Okay, right. Well, I'm going to have to see these furs and check the quality of them.
Okay,
We're
we
gonna
can
have to
a
see
boat.
your wares first.
Well, they ain't my wares, you see.
Oh, really? Then
There-
why are we doing trade with you?
Well, because I am the charming one of the group.
There's a group?
Well-
Should we meet the rest of the group?
You don't think I
Yes,
work
let us
alone,
see-
do you?
Let us see the rest of the group. You know, build a little bit of trust between fellow traders.
All right. We're going to have to leave the office.
Okay. Hold on. It's gonna. I just need to twist that way. Oh, okay. I'm out.
Excuse me, Barb. I'm just gonna. And he kind of squelches by.
Do I break it leaving, or can I get out?
You totally
and-
can. You know what? You can make a dexterity check of some kind if you wanted to make like an acrobatics check or an athletics check to not break it.
I'm gonna do athletics.
What is happening today? That one.
Oh,
No.
you're
In fact, you put your foot through the bottom of it. So now there's like a hole in the piece that raised it up. The door comes off the hinges entirely, and you do break out one of the walls.
Oh, I'm sorry. I broke your office.
Your door is too small.
What? That ain't my office.
Now she made it
In
better.
retrospect, I should have stayed outside and talked through the door.
It's okay. It's better now. Now you could go in or come out as you want. It's perfect.
Maybe this will be what you need to find a better office that will accommodate more people.
Oh, no, that one's my office. And he kind of turns and points at a different outhouse.
Oh. Then
Why
who's-
were you having them stand in an outhouse then?
I didn't have him stand in an outhouse.
They li-
Fished in an outhouse.
You know what?
Do you have a name?
Your
What's your name
associates.
again? What are we doing?
Your associates. Where are your associates?
Right, business. This way.
Yes.
And he starts kind of hobbling. He's like bent over. He's really kind of crotchety. Y'all, chat really wants some salty business in your life. Thank you, chat, for those donations. That bar is filling quick. And he kind of hobbles down. He says, "Come, come, come, a little bit faster. Yes. Which way are we going? This way. That way. This way." And he goes from planks to sand, as if you're leaving the populated area proper. And he says, "Well, keep up." He's moving very slowly. And he kind of goes down the beach and stops at a rock wall. I call it a wall. The rock face of the island itself, of this cove. And he points to a ladder, or like a rope ladder.
Does this look suspicious?
I mean, everything here looks suspicious, but he says, my associates, they're up there.
Why don't they come down here?
Well, okay. I guess they can. You're gonna need to help me out, though. And he kind of gestures to a large bucket, like the half of a barrel, basically. And it's attached to a pulley system.
Oh, okay.
And he says, bad leg. I took an arrow to the knee. And he crawls inside of this bucket and gestures for the pulley system for one of you to like get him up top.
I got it.
Thanks, Palu.
And I go over
So you took an arrow to the knee, huh?
Go.
as I'm like starting to pull it up.
Yeah, nice. And he goes, wait, what? No, I didn't take an arrow to the knee. He kind of leans over again, just all over this place. This man does not seem in his right mind. And when he gets to the top, he kind of swings the bucket over using his body velocity, and it disappears up and kind of over the ledge. The slack in your hand tells you that he made it, Palu. And there's the like, as he scutters about, and you can hear the like, as he's whispering to something or someone, and his head pops back over this ledge, which is about 12 or 15 foot high, and he says, "My associates are interested in doing trade with you, but you're gonna have to."
Why is that?
Well, this is where we do the business. If we're down there, then everybody's going to be involved, and they want stuff. And,
Let's go.
Is there anybody around us?
no. He kind of points down towards where, like, the shanty town is, right? Which is down the beach. So...
You have to go down there? But you went up there.
No. We don't want them to... all right, I'll send them down. And you can hear the rustle again of something fuddling, messing about. And, Palu, the bucket gains weight. The line goes taut in your hand, as if something heavy has been set inside and pushed off the edge. You can't quite see that high up what it is, but you are able to bring it down if you would like.
As she's bringing it down, I'm going to look and I'm going to whisper to Palu. I go, I swear, if it's a bag of rocks, I'm going to lose it.
Well, I'm disappointed to say I don't think Malone was mostly there because of battle, but because his mental faculties have failed him. So I feel like a bucket of rocks is pretty possible at this moment.
Maybe they're extra special rocks.
We're getting a bucket of rocks?
Gold would like the bucket of rocks.
I'm sure Gold would love the bucket of rocks.
He likes that brandy.
That too.
So I would
Rocks
bring
and
it down.
brandy.
I don't think it's back so he can get rosy cheeked, but
As you begin lowering it down, Palu, you'll see it first because you're the tallest. There is light glimmering from this bucket. Or like the sunlight's hitting something shiny, and as it hits the sand in front of all of you, this half barrel is filled to the brim with an excess amount of gems and gold. He goes, that's my boss right there. He said he's willing to do business with you.
Oh, okay.
Where is he pointing?
The bucket of gold and like gems and platinum that is now in this thing that he's lowered down to you.
Does your boss want to come onto our boat?
That's your boss.
Well, he's right there. You could ask him.
Hi, boss. Do you want to come to our boat?
You're
I'm like
talking
looking into the
to
bucket.
a pile of inanimate gold coins and platinum pieces. It says nothing in return. Then he laughs. You're so funny, boss.
Well, I have to admit, at least your boss isn't a pile of rocks.
Oh, I got one of them too. He's up here. He's kind of a stump on a log, if you know what I mean.
Totally. So he's gonna come with us, right?
He's gonna want to see those furs first.
Oh, okay. Let's do that.
Are we really doing business with this man?
Yes, look, he has things that we could use to buy a farm.
That's his boss.
It doesn't matter if his boss comes and stays with us, right? Because we could use it.
we take the
Him?
bucket too?
Well, why would we?
Probably.
Well, he's got a peg leg, so you're gonna have to help him get to your boat.
Oh, perfect. So we'll take the bucket. You can have it, Gold, later.
Can you, I could use, he's gonna try to climb down this ladder. He doesn't do a very good job. About 5 feet down, mostly their Malone, begins to fall.
Can I try to catch him?
Yeah, you can't. Anybody that wants to catch him can make the athletics check or dexterity check to grab him.
Oh,
Oh, yes. Poof. this frail man falls right into your arms. He says, "Oh, thank you so much. I
My
had it
name's Palu.
right, Paul Lou. Well, this is here's the boss.
He seems very nice.
He's a shiny one.
Yes, maybe. Would you like me to carry you to our boat?
Oh no, that's embarrassing. Put me down." And he kind of hunched over and he says, "Come on, boss." He grabs one side of this bucket.
Paul, maybe you can help the boss and Malone to get to
Yes.
the boat so we can show him the furs and then the boss can stay with us. Right?
Maybe the boss has some battle stories he could tell us.
Maybe.
Oh,
And I bend
so-
down and grab it, but I'm a lot taller, so is it like I'm holding the bucket
Yeah,
kind of above
it
him?
kind of shifts, and honestly, he'll probably drop it because all the weight will come to him. Oh, boss, you really put on some weight since the last time we saw them cultists.
How did I get myself into this situation?
Were they
You
death
were on the boat,
cultists?
and then we had the sailing, and then there was the
Gold, that
beach,
was
and
a
then...
rhetorical question. Thank you, though. I really appreciate you answering it.
You're welcome.
You said death cultist. He goes, cultists. They wore, what are those things called? Robes, black ones. They gave me all this. They brought the boss to me.
Why?
Wow.
Well, now that's a good question. He kind of stops and has to take in the moment of like, how did he? Oh, right, I traded them.
What did you trade them?
Well, the only thing a pirate will trade gold for is either goods or information.
So, I'm going to assume it was goods.
Well, he kind of scratches it. I witnessed something. So I told him where treasure was. They was looking for it.
What kind of
What
treasure?
A big one.
Did it
Would
have
you
to
say
do
it's
with
a-
death cult?
Statue?
How did you know that? And points right at Tide. See, I seen it with my own eyes. Big statue. Looked like a... And he stops and he looks at Paulu. Look like you.
Oh,
Thrown
no.
overboard into the salty seas in the middle of the fog. I thought,
A statue that looked like me?
Oh, boy. Here we go.
unless my eyes are failing, my eyes failing me.
I have fought many and defeated many. I deserve a statue.
All right. You
He
know that
does.
statue we ran into on the captain's ship?
Yes, it was not
That's-
me.
Yes. Well, it apparently is now you, because that's the same statue.
And Captain Sarah threw it overboard?
Don't trust her.
Maybe we should go ask her.
Gave me this.
She'll steal your liquor.
Also, don't talk about the cultists.
But I want to learn more about the death cultists.
Yes,
well, we
that's
can
what
learn
they
more-
are, death cultist.
All right. Well, we can talk about them here, but we can't talk about them once we're back in town or near our ship
Don't
at all.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
the boss is really sensitive because the cultists left him behind.
Oh. Okay.
I'm so sorry for his loss.
Well, I guess they're getting their own treasure out of it. They seemed real interested in that statue, though. I told them it wasn't even that good of a liking.
Excuse me. I need to know more about the statue. What did it look like? How tall was it? Did it capture my
Pa-
face properly?
Paulu, we can go ask the captain, who apparently threw it
Getting-
overboard.
Stew. Yeah.
We have to get it back.
Well, that's going to be kind of hard, because the boss here told me that the cultists, they was, and he kind of scratches that dent in his head. They are, they was going to retrieve it. That was like a month ago.
Oh, they probably have it already.
He said he was decorating his mantle. No, not a mantle. What did he call it? Not a shrine.
mask?
Shrine.
A shrine for me?
A death cult shrine?
Yeah, that.
To Palu?
You
I
know,
want to check this out. I want to go to the shrine. Can we
Me
go?
too.
When did you start doing death cultist?
Well,
work?
I'm a death cleric. I'm just curious.
Hello.
Maybe they're working for my god.
Why is it you that?
That's highly unlikely.
Well, Gold, I don't know why, but I have a shrine, and really, truly, that's all that matters. Maybe we
No,
could get a smaller one and put it on the front of the boat.
Also,
I
no.
like that idea.
No.
Why?
No.
You know,
Because the statue's cursed. We had this conversation last time.
Well, a
Oh,
small replica
yeah.
one.
It might
It didn't
be
look
cursed.
like it didn't look like Palu last time. So it's definitely cursed if it looks like Palu now.
Well, maybe it's less cursed now because I'm the statue now. I'm not cursed.
Unless you are cursed.
No,
We don't
I
really
am a
know if you're
defeater of
cursed.
all.
You're probably not cursed, but maybe.
What's your compass say?
Let me check.
yes,
And
magical
I'll-
item.
I will pull my magic compass out to see if I am in fact cursed.
Good question. You pull it out. It takes a moment. You know, the magnet is not true north. It spins around, and in fact, it stops on Malone.
Oh,
Oh, it
let me
likes
pass
me.
it.
He's cursed?
I mean, what gave that away?
I didn't give nothing away, right? Don't tell the boss.
Can any of us help him?
Unless you have remove curse.
Well, I don't need help. I'm fine.
I can revive him if he dies, but I don't think I can take the curse away.
I ain't cursed.
Yeah.
I think you might be cursed.
You are only mostly there. Maybe that's the curse.
Oh, that's
right?
because of this. He pulls it off and shows you the big dent in his head.
Oh.
Don't remember
What
how
happened?
I got it though.
Looks a little
Probably
bit like-
from the person or thing that cursed you. Wild guess.
Maybe. He kind of looks around and scratches the dent and he goes, anyways, and he puts his hat back on. Where were we?
You were gonna, boss was gonna come with us to the boat and stay, and we were gonna give you some furs.
Fur, right? Furs. He says, come on, boss, don't give away too much information now.
The furs are very nice, and I know my furs. The furs come in very luxury coats and different colors, and the tanning is great on the other side, so I think you'll be very pleased with the furs.
I'm
are
so
amazing.
excited to start my new business venture.
What is that?
Furry undies. What every
Oh.
pirate
Sounds like a
needs.
great idea.
Those are great for winter.
Great for the salty seas too. Nothing like a little water and fur to make you feel.
All right,
comfortable.
well, that's a lot of information I didn't need to consider
get-
or think about or imagine. Let's go to the ship.
Yes,
You get
Remember-
used to the itching.
No,
you really
No.
do. Enough barnacles, you can't even feel it.
yeah.
It's just part of it.
on the cultist A.
I still really want to know more about that cult.
We can find out more if we are quiet, though, because there are ears and eyes everywhere, and right now we are not in a very safe place to be asking those kinds of questions.
Okay, Tide.
Well, you know, if I remember correctly, they was headed to get the statue, and they've got a little island just around the corner.
Oh, really? What's it called?
Well, the little island. Yeah, I don't know if it has a name. It's just really a
Alu
sandbar.
Island.
All right, so how about we do this? We show Mr. Monterey Jack here the furs, all right? We do the trade for his captain, all right? His captain comes with us, okay? Then after that, if we don't talk about the cultists or anything like that or ask any questions to anybody while we're in town, after we finish trading, we can go to that island.
Okay.
I don't
That
know
sound like
why
a good
we
idea?
can't talk about the cultists.
Because that's part of the deal. Is if you don't talk about it, we get to go fight them. Or go figure out what they're doing on the island.
Yeah, I mean, they might be good cultists. Just because
Well, yeah, I mean, we can talk. We can talk with them first, if you want. If you want to talk with them,
Yeah.
but then if we have to defend ourselves, then Palu can kill them.
Well, I might
definitely
need
could.
more information about the death cultists before I go fight them, because I do have a great axe, but death cultists?
Yeah,
I will
mean,
kill them.
fishy
Obviously,
before.
I will kill them.
Yes,
If
you
kill
will.
them, I can revive them, and they could tell us more about themselves.
See, there we go.
That's a plan.
Yes. So see, you just we don't even talk to them. You just kill them, and then Pasha can do her thing and ask
That
questions.
totally makes sense.
We kill them, you revive them, Pasha, then we get my statue, and Gold can help me ornate it with some buttons.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay. So there's. You know what? Do we have a deal? Do we have a plan?
Sounds
Not a
like
plan?
we do.
All right. So no asking the questions while we're in the town. All right? Because we're gonna
We-
go ask them. We're gonna ask them once we kill those cultists, right?
Okay. Let's check on the captain too, though. But let's do the trade first, and then
Of
maybe we
course.
can go get drunk with her and talk to her.
Yes. Gold, are you on the same page with us? She's just
Gold.
drinking the wine.
Yeah.
Brandy, actually.
Okay, Brandy. Yes. Oh, sorry. Thank you for correcting me. All right. So that's a deal. Let's go. Let's go do the trade.
I imagine Palu has no problem lugging this massive thing of gold back to the ship. In fact, mostly their Malone offers what little shirt he has to cover it so people won't see the boss. And since this is a salty sea adventure and chat has decided they would like to make it even saltier, they did fill the bar. So, as you get back to the boat, it's quiet. You see Captain Sarah is sleeping on the deck of her ship. She didn't really make it even to her quarters. The dock master, the quartermaster for the docks is not here. You do not see him, though you see the little kobolds. They finished moving the boxes of fur onto the dock, so when you get there, you can show Malone no problem.
I walk up to the kobolds and I go, "Get out of here."
And they kind of scutter off. Two of them push the crane back to its resting spot.
So cute.
Yeah, cute. Charming. Yes. All
I'll
right,
open the
first.
box.
Furs, nice furs. Malone goes, "Oh, yeah." And he kind of puts his hands in and starts feeling around on the furs. He pulls a piece out and puts it kind of near his waist to see what this gray fur might look like in terms of a nice set of underdrawers.
Oh, we don't know if he's washed yet.
Well, it's fine. He's gonna make underwear out of it, and if you cut it right, you could get 2 pairs out of that one.
Well, not for this clientele. She's, well, they are a big creature.
Oh, interesting. You have a client in mind.
Well,
Okay,
everybody needs undies.
that's true.
It's a proper business model, right, boss? And he checks the gold once again, like under his shirt, and he says, "Well, I'm gonna take these, boss. I guess this is the end of the road." And he says, "But you know, if you're looking for them cultists, they're He kind of points out over the sea. Their island is that way. They're having a party. I heard."
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
Let's
party.
go.
Oh, great.
Party,
Oh,
and
yeah.
boss is coming with us.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Well, now you're your own boss, Malone.
But whoa, not only did I get fur, I got a promotion.
I'll
Looks
reach into
very
my
happy.
bag and grab one of my knives because I haven't seen any children.
This is for you. You're gonna do great things.
He goes,
You're gonna make the best undies ever.
best fur undies ever. And you can see he points this knife at the kobold to kind of shudder, and he goes, "Well, move the boxes." And they like kind of come over, and he starts trying to drag them, and they begin leaving with these boxes of fur, I guess you could say. When you get back on board the ship, do you do anything? I'll give you that, and then I'll have you do something else.
Well,
want to
we
go
should
see
probably
Captain
stow
Sarah.
the boss, right?
We should probably
Like,
Yes.
yeah, let's do that. And then let's go get Captain Sarah. Maybe she wants to come with us to meet the cultists and
Yeah.
kill them and then revive them, right?
Is she on her ship?
She's asleep on the deck. Yeah, she's kind of
Oh, on the deck?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go onto the ship and I'll instruct like Palu to put the gold on the ship and stow it somewhere safe.
Okay.
Gold's come with Tide and sort of sat next to Captain Sarah.
Yeah.
Just like,
You know this ship. It's significantly more empty. There's no crew. It's not been like swabbed or washed the deck in quite a while. She lays face down. She didn't make where she was going.
Is Gold pretty tipsy at this point?
I would say yes.
All right, well, without warning Gold, I'm going to use shape water and I'm going to take some water from the ocean and I'm just going to literally just like splat it on both of them.
Nice. Yeah, no problem. You reach over, toss it right at them. She sits up, kind of hacking and gacking, trying to catch her bearings.
I'm gonna throw the brandy crab lid at Tide.
Crab!
Yeah,
Jeez,
what did you want? Seawater.
we need you, not inebriated.
Why?
Because we're going to go have a party with death cultists.
The party suggests being inebriated.
No, not this party. This party is a different kind of party.
Did you say party?
We're going to a party.
I'd
Wanna
like to
come?
go to a party.
All right, well, no, it's a different type of party, and you're coming with us because we have some questions for you.
I'm gonna need
While
a
we're heading there.
ride.
We have one.
Great! And she kind of like stands up like a toddler does, like hands to the ground, like walks herself up and kind of gathers herself. She says, well, if I'm going to a party, I need my good hat. And she kind of stumbles off into the captain's quarters to get her good hat.
You bring some weapons while you're at it.
I'm gonna go get payment for the ride. Or into the captain's
for the-
quarters.
Oh, okay, yeah, go pillage away.
Go please. Gold, you follow her in. This place is, it's kind of not been taken care of. You can see her clothes everywhere. She's in a state of strange depression. It's pretty clear. But on the walls and things, you see a lot of, accessories and jewelry and shiny things and tchotchke items that have been collected over the years, from her, sailing adventures, basically.
Hey, so what I want that one, and maybe that one. I have brandy.
Okay. She kind of puts her hand up. Take what you want. It doesn't matter anymore, anyways.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
taking like all of it.
Yeah. And you start kind of pocketing things. Most of this is like pretty average stuff. I'll have you roll here in a second to see if you actually manage to get any kind of magical item. But she puts a hat on. It's not a good hat. It's like the worst hat she could have chosen, but it's her party hat. And after you finish filling your pocket, she's chugging this brandy as she follows you back across the ship. But while the two of you are on board the Silver Slipper, Pasha and Paulu, you go down to secure the boss. When you get to the bottom of the vessel, I guess it's sunny outside. It's low light down here. You can see like just some beams of light coming through maybe the deck of the vessel. What are your passive perceptions? You may not have to roll.
Where would that?
That's a great question. On your sheet, it's usually down to the left, bottom left.
I have a 12.
Oh,
Okay.
13.
A 13, a 12 and a 13. Then I am gonna have you roll. Go ahead and make a perception check as you just kind of come down. Yeah.
Glad you did that.
Yeah. Poor Paul, you're carrying. This is the boss is very heavy, and you kind of there's more space down here now. The furs are missing. Food is still here, but Pasha, you get the feeling of being watched, and it takes your eyes a second to adjust to kind of the dusty under belly of this vessel. But off in the corner, a beam of sunlight that cuts through the deck hits the face of somebody standing in the corner in black robes. Their hands are like tucked into their cultist sleeves, and the hood is up, so you're unable to see their entire face, only kind of the lower half.
And I can tell that it's a cultist.
You can tell that it matches the cultists that you killed, or at least their clothes match some of the ones that you killed many months back before you managed to get your hands on the blood wave.
So I would put a hand on Palu. Say, Palu, look, it's one of the cultists that we killed. I'm not sure if he's alive. Do you want to go check?
Yes.
And I'll grab my I'll like put the bucket down, probably not very gracefully, and just grab my great axe and turn around to where Pasha is insinuating this cultist might be.
When
If
Pasha
he's dead,
points
we
it
can
out,
definitely talk to him.
when Pasha points the kind of form out, you see it off in the corner, and as you turn, Palu, whoever this being is or this person sees you and hits their knees, and they kind of bend over in a kind of worshiping way. They're not like bowing over and over. They just kind of bow once, and then they stay on their knees as they sit up and look up at you. And this person removes their hood, and you can see and elf, ears and all, but they seem little emaciated. May not be the right word, but I think that they look very thin through the face, as if they've not been eating enough, or they are malnourished in some way. And they smile. Gaunt, thank you. Great word, gaunt. Thank you. They look very gaunt, and a little like tired under the eyes. And they look up at you, Paulu, from their knees, very, very low. And you simply hear this elf say, "It's true."
Why are you on your knees? This is not how you fight.
I do not come to fight.
What are you doing on our ship?
Are you alive?
Word has reached us that you are real.
I am very real. All the stories you have heard are true.
I have come to confirm such suspicions.
Why?
Because you are chosen.
For what?
There's a smile. I have brought you something. And he reaches under his robes for a stack of robes. Matching black robes. And kind of puts them on the ground and pushes them forward. You are requested. Your presence. All of your presence.
Where?
Do we have to wear the robes? Is that optional?
You'll see when you arrive. Though you will be underdressed if you do not. We made one in your size, just in case it was true. And he looks at Paulu.
Have you not seen what I wear?
We have seen you for many months at the base of your rocky formation, but now you are flesh and blood.
I glance over at Pasha with a bit of like, this is really cool, but oh, this could be really bad. So I just kind of like my eyes widen at Pasha.
Yeah, I look at her and I'm like, we probably want to learn more about this, maybe? Don't we?
I think we should talk to our new friend and get some more information.
That's a good idea.
Besides the dress code.
I am but a humble servant. I dare not rise my status to friend.
Well, where are we invited to?
He reaches into his sleeve and he pulls out a small parcel, like a little tiny one, and he hands it over. These are coordinates based upon the stars. Find us when the sun sets.
How do I know this isn't a trap?
We have no reason to trap you. Our goal is to set you free. I must be
How do
going.
you...
What does that mean? I could set you free. You know, if she kills you and then I raise you, you could totally answer all of our questions.
Death at the hand of the Chosen One is an honor. He bows as if you could take his head right now.
This is not Palu's style. Palu likes to fight dragons and sea creatures and things that are way too big for her to be fighting. So a man leaning over with his head like, you can cut my head off would be like not honorable.
Yeah.
I kind of look at Palu like a little bit hopeful that she'll do it. And then I see her face and I know her well enough now to understand. Okay, I guess let's just go and find out what it's all about. It could be interesting. You can handle anything.
I know. Would you like a ride?
No. He doesn't lift his head. He says, no, of course not. This is a vessel for one much above my status. I must stay here.
What is your name?
I have no name.
I'm gonna call you Shadow.
You can call me anything you like. And he looks kind of up to see you, Palu, and then at Pasha, who is significantly shorter, so you can actually kind of see his face. And he grins and he says, Master will be very pleased.
Who is Master?
There's a slight, actually a really pregnant pause before he looks to Pasha and he says, she knows, or they know.
Is it Kellenvor? Is Kellenvor your master?
At the party, you will know everything it is you need to know. We look forward to glorifying you.
I haven't seen Kellenvor in a while. It would be amazing to go to a party with him.
Tide, Gold. Both of you probably make it just in time to witness Palu and Pasha finish talking to the shadowy figure in the bowels of this of this ship. And when he says that he is done, or that he does not need a ride, he smiles and snaps his fingers, and his body becomes kind of like mist, and he seeps through the cracks of the ship and leaves.
Whoa.
I leave you two for like 2 seconds, and you talk to some shadowy figure in the bottom of the ship.
He was one of the death cultists. He invited us to a party with maybe Kellenvor. My God.
I thought
What?
we were killing them.
Well, it wouldn't have been any fun for Palu.
Wait,
It's not about fun, it's about honor.
wait.
And payment.
Yeah, there was nobody to pay. Her or me or you. But if we go to the party, there might be things there, and maybe Kellenvor will be there, and maybe he'll teach me more spells.
Kellenvor
My God.
of
He's
death.
the one that taught me how to raise the dead and do all the cool things that I can do.
Very helpful.
And he wants what exactly?
Well, I'm not sure that these cultists are actually worshiping Kellenvor, but that's kind of what it sounded like. I don't know, but I think we have to go and find out. They're worshiping a version of Palu, and she needs to know what that's all about. Plus, they invited us. We've got to go learn what it's all about.
Sure, let's just go, to a death cultist party that we were invited to that we're supposed to be the special guests for. Nothing could go wrong whatsoever. Nothing, no. I just want a vacation.
I mean,
Have
plenty
robes.
things
Parties
go
are
wrong.
part of vacations, right?
And it's a
We
party, yeah.
have a nice set of robes that we can all wear.
Oh,
And I'll
great.
start-
They gave us complimentary death cultist robes. Perfect.
Yeah. Isn't it awesome?
I would like to say that we should not judge a group based on death and being a cult.
Yeah,
They could be very nice, a very nice cult. Apparently,
really
I need to be
practice-
set free.
You know what's really interesting is you do remember that this is the same cult that actually, that used this ship that, that tried to board the previous ship, and they tried to kill us, right?
Yes,
Oh, a
and they put
statue?
up an incredible fight.
They did, but they tried to kill us.
I
Like
tried
end
to
our
kill
lives.
them.
But
Okay,
we
but they
won.
tried to. You killed them because they were trying to kill us first. You know, we were just sailing along fine, but then they came to try to kill us and take the statue. So not only are they murderers, but they're also thieves.
But if
So
they
are
That's
we.
not
kill
very
us
honorable.
again,
No, we are definitely not thieves, and we're also not murderers. I am most certainly not.
But I mean, depends.
well, if they try again, Halu can kill them again, and then I can raise them, and we can learn all the secrets.
You could stay on the ship if you would like.
I can't stay on the ship because. All right, let's go.
Okay.
I'm going to go take a nap.
Maybe you should have a snack as well.
Yes.
I gave you
Sure.
that crab earlier.
We should
didn't
all
get
have
any
snacks.
pie.
I don't know what kind of food will be at the party.
That's a good
And I'll
point.
head
Maybe they'll have
upstairs and-
pie.
Ooh. I'll start leaving the port. Is Captain Sarah with us?
She stumbled on. She's like leaning somewhere, finishing off the last of this brandy. She doesn't quite care. She's just like, "Oh, look how nice your ship is. Just sailing the seas."
I push her over and I tell her to shush.
Okay. She puts the bottle back to her lips.
May I ask what's troubling you, Captain Sarah?
Nothing but an honest day's work.
Something has changed in you since we last saw you.
Yeah, well, the statue changed and looked like your face.
Which is very exciting for me, but I'm learning that there might be some complications associated with it.
Evil. Evil! She kind of points to you in the bottle. Nothing
be
good,
good,
will
though.
come of this party.
But how do you know that?
My gut tells me.
But
How much crab soup did you have?
yeah.
You can hear her like belch and the belly kind of gurgle a little bit. Maybe the mixture of everything wasn't a crab stew and scarlet brandy, and it's a lot on the seas. She got crab soup was good.
You know, it is not nice to call people evil.
Yeah, well, it's not nice to be the thing that the evil's worshiping.
Well,
Did you push me off of a boat
I
in
threw
statue
your
form?
stone face in the water.
why?
Because evil! You were there, you saw it, you felt it. It was controlling us.
Maybe it had a reason, like a really good reason. Like it wanted to teach us death spells.
I couldn't, in good conscience, take it and deliver it to a bunch of cultists. I had to get rid of it. I did the right thing, and then they got mad. They took everything.
Wait, so you didn't do your job
I
that you got paid to do?
And then she kind of sits, like you kind of got to the crux of the problem. She says, I didn't deliver the statue. This is a lot of gold, and I had to pay it back. Or not pay it at all. So now I'm on the run. I'm not a legitimate sea captain no more.
Well, that's okay. We're pirates. You can just hang out with us.
Pirates. Can't trust any of them.
You can trust us.
Says all of you.
Well, her if you pay her, and the rest of us, you can trust us.
I don't have any gold. Not anymore, anyways. They took everything.
You don't want to pay her with gold. Just do you have any buttons or string? You already gave her brandy, actually.
I already took the string.
Right.
You
Wait,
should have
right.
delivered the statue.
But it was evil.
It was evil!
Life
we
is
don't know
about
that for
surviving.
sure.
You must do the things that ultimately let you survive.
Well, I guess you could say I'm surviving now.
If you had delivered, maybe you wouldn't be in this situation,
Yeah, I
pointing at
know.
others.
Well, I give up. I can't do. I just wanted to help people. you know.
Well, now you can help us. It's perfect, actually. See, things always work out the way they're supposed to.
Where are we going?
To the Death Cult's party.
Her eyes get really big, and she says, "But I'm not going to a death cult party."
It'll be fun. If you're really, really concerned, you can stay on the ship and start working on the farm.
Farm.
If we have a farm, we can have vegetables, and then we can make our own pie.
There's pie.
Well, we want there to be pie. Ultimately, pie is the goal.
Pie. She kind of nods. She says, "You pay me in pie, and I'll go and make sure none of you get in trouble."
Okay.
Well, that was easy. And she kind of leans on a barrel, and the lid pops off this barrel, and you see Ufu, your resident, like, deckhand, a small hedgehog folk who's been kind of napping in a barrel of potatoes or something. And Ufu kind of pops in and goes, "Oh, what'd I miss?"
There's gonna be pie. Oh, and we're going to a death cult party because Paolo's a statue.
We're gonna die.
We'll
Yeah,
be
I mean,
fine.
It's not a big
We're gonna
deal.
die.
So,
If you die, I'll raise you. Don't worry.
so due north?
This time we're going by the stars.
And I'll pull out the little coordinates.
Ufu is a small creature, but helps Paulu begin to like undo the ropes and such as you begin to set sail. And the sun kind of fades down on the horizon as we watch the blood tide leave this salty port and take to their next endeavor, which looks to be a cultist party. Not far from here. But the stars will lead the way, and we'll learn more about that next week because we are at time.
Death cult party.
Death cult party.
Yeah.
That's a party.
What
Woo!
kind of cocktails
And
do
pie.
they have there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ufu, if you want to know more about Ufu, that's actually a character I played in another campaign, but right now he's sailing the seas and not in the salty Southland, or the sandy Southlands. That was very fun. First off, thank you, chat. The cultist was not going to show, but I felt like what better way to rub a little salt in the wound than to actually have one show up.
Oh, that's your fault. Oh,
Yeah, you can
that's
blame
your
chat.
fault. Yes.
Exact-
Oh, yeah. So Ty blames you.
I had a
We're going to a death party. You guys
Yeah,
are awesome.
Now you're going to a death party. We'll find out what a death party of cultists looks like next week, but let's go around. Y'all tell everybody once again where you are, where they can find you when you're not here on Kobold Press on Wednesday evenings, and we'll go backwards again. Tash, you are up.
Hi, I'm Tashna. You'll be able to find me by that name pretty much everywhere. Recently, I do a lot of tabletop role-playing content. I do loads of variety gaming, and I've started mini painting. So videos are releasing every Saturday on my YouTube for that. And check out the Necrons and the Eldar that are already on. Yeah. And that's me.
All right. Tess, working backwards.
Cool. I am Tessichka on Twitch and Tess Games on Twitter and Instagram, and I host the Bordercast on Thursdays, and I stream on my channel. Right now I'm playing Demon Souls, and I'm obsessed. It's amazing. Yeah, I play variety games, and I do a lot of tabletop, and I love it, and it's awesome.
Nice. I'm really glad you're here. I'm so glad all of you are here. Playing games with me. Katie.
Hello, I'm Katie. I played Paolo for you today, and hoping that the death cultists don't set me free by killing me. So we'll find out next week. But yeah, I stream a lot of games on Twitch at Katie Peters Plays. Twitter, Play Katie Play. I have a podcast where I talk about movies called Katie Hasn't Seen That. And I'm excited already for next week. I can't wait to see what this crew gets up to.
So, if I remember correctly, it was a donation at the end of the game that actually made the
It
statue
was.
turned into your
yeah.
face, wasn't it?
It
So
was
that
a
was also
yeah.
Chat's fault. This is all
That's-
I
Chat's
love
fault.
it.
This
It's
whole
all
campaign.
Chat's fault.
Oh, no,
It's
what
all your
you
fault.
did.
Bring more of that, chat. I like it.
Yeah, right. Awesome. Kat.
My name is Kat, and you guys can find me on twitch.tv/I'mKat or on Twitter, which is I'mKatKat. I can't be really creative with my name, so I just add cats. Cat. Anyways, I'm a creative variety streamer, and I have a dog named Pixel who is currently barking in the background. She's adorable. She's a big mood and very, very interactive. And words are really hard. Come check me out.
Nice.
Chaos.
It's true.
It
It's true.
is true.
Awesome. Everybody, check those links in chat. Go follow these incredible streamers so you can catch them when they're not over here on Wednesdays. So for the next couple weeks, you'll find us here at 3 p.m. Pacific for more of Marauders of the Middle Sea. I'm really glad that you actually chose to be Marauders, because there was a part of me that's like, they're going to be these good pirates. They're like, we don't steal stuff. We just doing our thing.
Liberated
And,
from Marauders.
exactly. But the fact of the matter is, y'all are like all about the chaos, which made me very, very happy. I'm Little Red Dye. I'm your resident Kobold Twitch producer here for Kobold Press. You can catch me here all throughout the week doing all kinds of things. Wednesday afternoons, we have Kobold Chats where we sit down and we talk all things Kobold Press. We had a podcast on that is running through some Midgard content today, and we'll have another guest on next week, so keep your ears tuned to social media for that. We'll be back here, same Kobold time, same Kobold channel, for more of this next week. And don't forget to catch the finale of the Scarlet Citadel, woot woot, as we close out that mini dungeon crawl, which is also so much chaos. Next week, that'll be Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And we've got some other things coming around the bend here for Kobold Press, so to stay up on what we're doing, make sure to follow us on your social media of choice. Hit the follow button above if you haven't already, so you know when we go live here. And, be ready. We're coming to Gen Con and a few of the other conventions happening this fall, so if you want to see us in person, I'll be there, mask on. That's all I got. Everybody have a fantastic evening. I was going to say don't do anything a kobold wouldn't do, but I feel like I need to say don't do anything this crew wouldn't do, because, oh my God, they're a disastrous mess. So we'll find out next week what they're going to do about this cultist party. But until then, have a fantastic week and be awesome to each other, everyone. We'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.